Good morning from Nugget Shooter Journals. I'm fixing to go out for a hunt and see what I can't find out there. San Domingo area. Just gotta, I think I'll put on a different shirt and a heavier shirt over the top. It's chilly today. But anyway, I'm gonna be hunting today with the Minelab SDC 2300. And I've got a cover on this one. And I really like this machine. I've been using it quite a bit again, finding some nice gold with it. And I don't know, it's really compact, fully waterproof, and folds out like so. What's this? Down here, there's my coil. Snap, snap. Out this comes. Snap it in. Out this comes. Snap it in. Coil out like this, and you're ready to hunt. That's all there is to it. Okay, and I'm going to take my cover off and show you the actual detector itself. I've got a protective cover I keep on here because I beat it up pretty good when I'm out in the desert. I'm hard on equipment. And I don't know, it's not a low price machine, so I'm careful with it. All right, so there's what she looks like. Okay, and this here is simply an adapter so that I can run standard 1/4-inch headphones as opposed to the SDC headphones that came on the earlier version. And this really helps too because I run a steel phase amp on this that plugs into my backpack. I have it in my backpack and a speaker on there to help you guys be able to hear what I'm doing, and it actually boosts the audio quite a bit. With this machine, there's very little to do. Okay, I don't know how well you can see this, but we've got on off, and then we have sensitivity. This adjusts it from all the way down here and all the way up into the salt mode. And we have where you hook up the headphones and stuff. And right here we have your ground balance button, EMI button, and that eliminates electromagnetic interference. You push it, and it goes through a series of beeping, and then beeps 3 times, and it's ready to go. And this right here is the volume. And it stretches across the top. There's a battery indicator here, but when the battery goes out on this thing, man, it goes out. It's just woo, 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 woo. It lets you know it's out. It just starts making a lot of noise. This is a pulse induction machine. And this machine has a mono coil. Okay, 8-inch mono. And so as a result of being a mono, you got a winding all the way around like this. So the machine itself, you can pinpoint anywhere around this circular area on this machine. And I've had this one several years. There's a newer version of it out now that comes with lithium-ion batteries, which is really cool. And they also had changed the volume on it and made a few other changes in the machine itself. And you can still use the C-cell batteries in the newer version as well. And it also has a knuckle protector on the coil. And the cool part is Minelab lowered the price from $3,750 or so down to $3,299 for the Christmas season. So hey, if you want one, let me know. But anyway, I'm going to be doing quite a few videos on this machine itself, just because I'm getting a lot of you folks are asking me about pulse induction machines, when to switch to one, why to switch to one. And I'm going to do a little hunt with this thing, and you're going to get to see it work. And believe it or not, it'll find those small BBs that the Gold Monster will find, but it won't find those little teeny tiny pieces. You know, to a lot of people that doesn't matter. They'd rather have the pulse induction. Another thing about pulse induction is because of the way it works, and this is called multi-period fast, MPF technology. And this thing's just a little monster. It's going 100 miles an hour on the pulsing and the receiving part. And you get this really cool little musical threshold with it. And the targets are very solid and good targets. If it's a deep target, you still get the good target signal. It's just a little mellower. And the machine itself here is probably 70% less hot rocks than any VLF detector out there. And that's really important in a lot of places. There's just so many hot rocks that you just can't run a VLF. Well, this machine will get in there and run just fine. It really will. And I can't turn it on in the office here, but we'll turn it on out there in the field. And like I said, I'm going to be going over this machine quite a bit in the next few weeks to the next month, because I'm getting out into some deeper soil. And this machine will hear small gold at amazing depths. It'll hear big gold at good depths too. But it also hears small nuggets at amazing depths. And yes, it'll hear a 1 gram nugget or a ½ gram nugget deeper than a VLF detector, even deeper than the Gold Monster. But different tools for different things. If I'm hunting ground that's shallow, I don't carry this one. It's heavier. The Gold Monster's lighter, a lot more fun to use in some ways because of that. This machine has a bungee cord right here. All right, well, the reason for that bungee cord, my friends, is so I can tether myself to this backpack by the D-ring in the front. And with that bungee cord attached, I don't have to hold up on the machine, which tires my arm quite a bit. I'm basically pushing down on the machine, and the bungee allows me better control. Well, I guess that's about it, and a quick rundown of the machine itself. And I'm going to change clothes and get a heavier shirt on. And it's a little chilly now. We're only getting up in the 60s for the last couple of days, and I'll tell you what, this old desert rat's preferring the high 70s and low 80s. But anyway, I'm going to get switched up, and we're going to go out there and do a little hunting this morning out at San Domingo. See what we can do. I'll be back. Well, we got a faint target right here. I'm going to dig it up with my scoop because I don't think it's very deep. Hear that? Listen to the threshold, and you'll hear the target. Very subtle. It's not like listening for that big bang from the Gold Monster. And because I think this is small, or maybe small and deep, I'm not sure yet. And we're going to scrape off a little bit of the top. And we got it. Which isn't good, it's probably a BB. Right in here. Or, could be a hot rock. All right, we got it. Let's see what we got. That's it. It is, just like we find with the monster quite often, a BB. Get in there, rolling around. But it'll hear small stuff. Yes, it will. And that's why I'm pretty confident. I think I need pulse induction in an area with small stuff. And I feel like I might be missing targets with the bigger machines. So this one serves the purpose quite well. Like I said, it goes very deep. Having fun with it. I got a little target down in here. Real light target. A little louder now. Right at the base of a trumpet plant. These trumpet plants grow all around right here. They call it a trumpet plant because of this here. It's kind of like a trumpet. But anyway, they like mineralized ground, so you find them pretty often in the gold fields. Let's see what we got. Sounds kind of... We got a mellow. If they're real raspy, a lot of times that indicates it's not gold. Get closer. Oh, got it out of the hole. Right in here. Got it. Oh, we get untethered here. got a bungee cord that kind of helps me control this and keep some of the weight off me. Okay. Yeah, pretty loud. And if any of you ever question, I fill all my holes out here after I dig for a couple reasons. One is it's good for the environment if you fill your holes, because the hole wasn't there when you got here. And the other reason, if I'm in a good spot, I don't want to leave a bunch of dig holes there telling everybody I was in a good spot. And I recheck my holes too. I recheck the dirt and make sure I'm not leaving a second target behind. I stay in them riffles good. Oh, looky there. Da, 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 da. Look at, see it? Look right there. That's a funny shaped little nugget. Look at that. It's shaped like a, yeah, shaped like a little scorpion. Look at that. Kind of funny looking. Shaped like a little scorpion. Clean off a little bit. Yeah, like a little scorpion or something. Very cool. Okay, well, just goes to show you, there's gold in them there hills. It's a nice little piece. Really funky shape. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's a pretty cool piece. Yeah. So, it always makes my day when that first one shows up in the spoon after digging all that crap. Do I even have a jar with me? Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay, well, that's one under the belt. I'll hunt for a little while longer yet. Very cool. But that's the SDC 2300. It heard that easily at, where were we? I don't know, 3 or 4 inches deep there. Not super deep or anything, but it heard it. I've got a real faint target in here. There, I just bumps the threshold. Now it might be a hot rock. Sometimes these red ones will do that, but it's not. Okay, so there's an actual target in there. Hear that? You got to listen carefully. Now we're going to move a little bit of this dirt off top. And now we're going to listen to it again. It's not there. Okay. So it's in this little pile of dirt I scraped right off the top. And that's seldom good news. I don't even know if it's in the scoop. It's in there. Still in there. Okay. Still a target in there. I think it's going to be a BB though. Of course, I thought there it is too. Yeah, right there. Okay, just another BB. Yeah, just another little baby. Very well could have been a nugget though, right? Well, this poor old desert's dry. We haven't had much rain since March, really. Look at this material here. Kind of cool. Some sort of chalcedony in this rock here. Agate, some sort. A lot of that around up here. So, I guess we'll go back at it. Alrighty, yet another target. Sounds pretty darn shallow to me. Right on the top. Maybe not. But yeah, it was. Alright, let's see what we got. in there. Yeah. Take a little dirt out and see. Yeah, it's in there. Yeah, it's in there, whatever it is. I've been finding some real brand new dark black BBs. I think the rancher over there has been in here quail hunting, maybe. Who knows? But this thing will hear those BBs. Yeah, and that's what I wanted to show you. So there are pulse induction machines out there that'll hear pretty darn small stuff. And that's a good thing. This is pretty darn small, whatever it is. He's still in there. Very strange signal. Maybe like a small piece of iron or something. Still in there. Very strange little signal. Okay. Can't be that. No. I really don't see anything in my scoop. A little black thing here. No. Huh? I don't see anything in there. But the machine does. No way. There it is. Look at that. It is a tiny little piece of decomposed wire. Yep. Yep. Oh yeah, I gotta dig that trash. Gotta clean that desert. Yes, sir, Bob. I don't mind. I'm not sitting at home. Check this out. It's been dry this year, so the rodents are eating cholla, and they're taking the young cholla buds and eating them, and then just leave them laying around like little landmines. Man, you step on them, they go right through your darn boots. Yes, they do. You got to keep your eyes open out here. You got to keep the eyes open. Well, that's it for today. Short little hunt. I'm going to go back and help Tammy get ready for Thanksgiving tomorrow. We got the daughter and the baby, the grandchild and stuff coming over. It's going to be cool. So I'll help her a little bit. And I guess I got my Thanksgiving nugget day early. And here's today's finds. Not much, but one funky little looking nugget. It's kind of cute, you gotta admit. Looks like a, I don't know. Looked kind of like a scorpion at first, but I don't see that now. Looks more like a lightning bolt. Something. Very strange little nugget. Pretty cool. And 4 BBs, piece of chewed up tin from near a cow pie. Piece of lead, spent bullet, shell, and a pretty old bullet, and a nail, or tack, whatever you want to call it. But the star of the day is the nugget, yay! With the mighty SDC 2300 from Minelab. Love that machine. And you got any questions about it, I'd sure like to answer them for you. And if you like these videos and want to see a few more of them, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. For now, my friends, Nugget Shooter out.